Bring it on home to me.
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 Is that how that
Wait,
goes?
no, it goes, yeah.
Yeah. Is that our new thing?
You
We're
literally
just gonna
broke my brain.
What?
When you said me, I didn't know what to say.
Is that incorrect?
It's a bring it on home to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hello, peepees. Today we are talking about our ex-boyfriends and also your ex-boyfriends. Thank you to everyone who responded. It's iconically funny.
You guys are so funny. I'm
can't wait.
so excited. Hello and welcome to Staying Up with Cami and Taryn. I'm Cami.
And I'm Taryn. And every night we get to have a sleepover, but every week we invite you to join us.
Thanks for staying up.
What's up, brother? Look at us staying up, staying high, staying fly.
Staying up and staying healthy. You had a mammogram this morning.
I did, you guys.
Do you want to do a mammogram PSA?
Yeah, big mammogram PSA. Look, you are supposed to get them starting at 40, but my mom had breast cancer, as do many of our moms, which is really sad, but true. And so I just wanted to get started early and
Never hurts.
don't have the results yet, but should be okay. Wasn't too shabby. I think it hurts more if your boobs are small. Someone just DM'd me and responded to my story being like, oh, it really hurts if you have small boobs. And
Oh
I was
no,
like,
that's gonna suck for me.
yeah, but
You're
don't
supposed
let
to
that
get
stop
it
you.
starting at like 40 or 10 years before your mom was diagnosed with breast cancer if she were to get it.
Right.
So like if your mom got it in her 30s, you should start at 20.
Right.
So look into it. Keep those boobies safe.
Keep your boobies safe. They put little Band-Aids over my nipples.
For modesty?
No, I think no.
Like so that you don't feel weird having your nipples out?
No, it was actually they had little bells and tassels and I was going, woo, we were laughing.
When I come in, I'm gonna wear like star nipple pasties and be like, what?
No,
I'll wear
it
these
was
every
like
day.
something about for the marking for the x-ray.
Oh.
But she's like, don't forget to take those off. And then I looked down my boobs, I laughed.
Just little band-aids.
Yeah.
Did you ask for a bluey band-aid?
No, but they were like fun. I actually
Like
don't know
what
what
kind
they
of fun?
I don't
You
know,
didn't
maybe
take a
like
picture?
floral. No. I thought about taking a picture, but I'm like, I'm not the kind of girl that's doing that.
For me.
I know, but I just didn't. I'm sorry.
Now I'm a little sad. I
But
do
anyway,
have
get a
floral
mammogram.
Band-Aids upstairs for IVF, so we can reenact it.
Okay.
So I
And
can
I'll
see.
go,
And you can go,
and then you go, and you squish my boob and
Oh,
you
we
go,
don't
no
have to do-
cancer.
and I go, all good.
That's my version of sex, of like a
Foreplay?
foreplay is you squishing my boob, pretending that it's a mammogram and being like, I don't see any lumps and bumps
I'm
here.
like, you're perfect. Healthy as could be.
That's just dense tissue, baby. That gets
You
me.
love it.
That'll really get me going. We're always out here apologizing, but truly,
Don't do it.
we're here for good now. We had to switch the podcast over, as we told you last week. We had to move a couple things as we're not with our network anymore, and
Yeah.
just took a second to get it figured out. But
This
we're
is the
back.
first one going up on our new platform, so I hope it works.
Yeah.
And if you're seeing it, it did.
And if weird ads show up, let us know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't think there even should be ads at the moment. I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
We're losing her.
I don't know.
We're losing her.
Anyways.
Wait,
What?
wait, I have more things that have nothing to do with the thing.
Okay. Talk your shit, baby. No one's stopping you.
Well, I'm not talking shit. I'm actually clearing up talking shit. One thing I would like to say is in the last episode, it bothered me that I said this. I said something about like, why are we protecting people? We should just let them be canceled.
Yeah.
And I am not for cancel culture at all.
Did you get hate for saying that?
No, this is a me thing. I felt bad in myself that I said, let
You're
them
like,
get
whoa,
canceled.
whoa. I didn't mean that
Because I don't,
in general.
I'm not like burn the bridge, let them go, like do the whole bit.
Yeah.
But I do just think that if people are consistently acting a certain way, maybe they are that way.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was getting at.
I hear you. Yeah, I think you're not like pro cancel culture. Like
Yeah.
people
can
any little
change.
move they make needs like scrutinized and
Yes.
shouldn't have a platform. It's more of just like, where do you draw the line when you personally know something and making it public or not making it public? And yeah. All right. Anyways, moving on.
Whoa!
Did I just make it worse?
I don't know. But all I'm trying to say is I don't think that people deserve to be like publicly dragged and shit on and all the things.
No.
But I also think that you should not lie to protect people, or like,
I feel like that's a good clarification.
Yeah.
But then it's like, when is omitting the truth and flat out lying different?
Probably if you're like publicly saying something that's not true.
Yeah. I hear that.
Anyway.
Okay. Glad you cleared that up.
Anyway, don't needlessly cancel people, but also you can look at people's actions and decide for yourself if they're people that you want to be friends with.
Yeah.
Or look up to, or whatever. I think that's the fair thing to do.
Yeah, I think for a long time we've been trying to decide as a culture, like, not putting celebrities, influencers, athletes, whoever it may be, on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Because then when you find something out where they're not the way you think they are, it's so devastating.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like it's more intense with people on social media than it is celebrities, are like kind of like in a different world and caliber, and we don't really know who they are. Where with influencers, a lot of them at least are sharing personal life stuff. So it is somebody that, like, if I wouldn't have you as a friend, then I probably don't want to watch you as an influencer. And there's exceptions. Like, there are certain influencers, like there's home decor stuff I follow. I have no idea what these people think, believe, etc., who they are as people. I don't know that I would endorse them, but I can watch that content and it's fine.
Yeah.
But whenever, like, some people's content, like, if you don't like who I am and you don't subscribe to a lot of like my belief systems, you're probably not going to want to follow me. Because I also talk about it a lot too. It's like, you probably don't want to follow me if you perceive me as a shitty person.
I think the medium matters. It's like, if I'm watching somebody's style videos, I don't feel that I need to agree with everything they say and do, because I'm like watching a 30-second clip of them telling me which pants are fit them better and whatever. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to an hour-long podcast consistently of us or whatever, it's like that. If you don't like that person, or you don't like who they are in the world or what they do or whatever it is,
probably not.
It just is a weird, maybe think why are we all doing that?
Yeah. I think where it gets really tricky though is once you learn something about someone, like when I found out that girl I follow on Instagram is probably a Trump supporter, or maybe not, I don't know her political belief, but she is anti-trans. And that didn't sit right with me, and I had followed her for a long time and didn't know that. So then I was like, do I have an obligation, not obligation, but like, should I share this intel with people who I know there's crossover? We both, like, a lot of people that I know and who follow me, it's like we like fashion and we have a similar belief system. Should I tell people? And when I did talk to people about it, they were like, oh my God, no, I'm devastated, but we're happy to know.
Right.
So and I think that's where like the dogpiling and like crazy takedowns happen.
Yeah.
Because people who are so obsessed with an influencer who have that perception shattered, then their little community of people who follow that influencer are like, I feel like other people should know this because I don't think they'd like it either.
Right.
And that's when things like spiral. So,
which I understand. That's like gossip. That's why gossip was formed. That's why women gossip, to like protect each other from other things.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That is absolutely fair to do, and is the culture that we have created.
Yeah.
But I think that that's all I'm gonna say about that, actually.
The internet makes things bigger and smaller at the same time. Like, if you think about the concept of gossiping and how it cultivates cultures and sets standards and morals and ethics, that was created in a small pool of people. Yeah. So that was to keep checks and balances in the community going and making sure that people were acting accordingly. Yeah. Now that we've added the internet, those communities get so big. Yeah. So whenever there is scrutiny, right or wrong, it's so much bigger. Yeah. And it almost becomes anonymous, because like normally you could have like a town hall meeting about like how Joe Schmo is acting up and like it needs to stop doing whatever he's doing. Now it is like all of these voices at once. And that's what I think as a society we're going to have to figure out. How do we hold people accountable while also not like attacking and finding that blend? And like that's why we like yo-yo with cancel culture. Totally. Because we were in a phase there for a while where like people saw canceling happening, and I'm doing air quotes if you're not watching, because someone could do something very wrong, but then they'd be back. And then it became like a joke, like, well, I'm not going to get canceled. And then you saw the rise of people like going extreme and saying and doing wild stuff and being like, I'm uncancelable because I've already done crazy stuff and now people expect it from me. And now I feel like we have a president who does the same thing.
Right.
Who it's like, I was listening to a podcast about Trump's approval ratings and how like it's going to take even a lot more than already the shit show that's happening to go down. It is kind of happening because the one positive thing that people say about him is like being a good businessman, the people who support him, and that's being questioned now. But it's like another woman could come out with allegations, and because there's such a long list already of women coming out, adding that on doesn't change his perception, which is crazy to me. It's like, you're so bad, people kind of expect you to be bad, and then it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's also just one of those things with like you said, with celebrities, it feels one thing. And then with people just on the internet, it feels really personal because you feel like you know them because of how much you've grown up with them, watched them, whatever it is.
Part of your life.
And so there are things about everyone, I imagine, that are good. And there are things about everyone that are bad. And the beautiful part of the internet is you get to choose what you subscribe to. Literally, you get to choose who you follow and who you look up to and who you take in their content and all the things. And if somebody's rubbing you the wrong way, you can be like, okay, don't like that anymore, and I'm done, without being like, let's fucking rip them to shreds and do a take down crazy video. But I also understand, like we're saying,
the like responsibility,
the gossip of it all, to share
things.
and tell people.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance. And I think we will, as a society, I think it like has ebbed and flowed so much, we are going to find the proper balance in all of it.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Do you have any other burning thoughts, emotions, experiences, stories before we jump into ours and our listeners? Queer women in general, not all, I think, are labeled as lesbians, but women who like women sharing their stories about boyfriends, which is just so funny.
I do have one more thing to say.
I saw your...
But this is crazy, and I just thought of it right now. It ain't right.
I could see your wheels turning and going, do I?
This ain't right, but I feel so
scared?
safe with the peepees that I'm ready to come clean.
I don't know. One of the peepees been leaking our clips to TikTok.
Oh, well, that's
on us.
You can't leak a clip if we put it out.
That's fair.
So what I'm here to say is I'm curious about listening to Armie Hammer's podcast.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's been out. And I've seen clips and I've thought, that seems really interesting.
Why is no one talking about it?
That's what I'm trying to say. I think we're all scared because he got so canceled for being a cannibal, quote unquote.
He is a perfect example of
I know.
Extreme cancellation. And then like he came back. I did see a clip. I thought it was a teaser for his podcast where he's like,
I think I sent it to you.
It's crazy that people think I'm a cannibal. And I'm like, oh, he's just denying?
Well, yeah, I mean, he doesn't like actually eat people.
I don't know.
I'm just saying that to me, I'm curious.
I'll listen.
I'm wondering if I might like to listen on that.
I'll listen. I love a little unhinged.
I loved Armie
podcast
Hammer.
chat.
Then he got so crazy.
Yeah.
And then I'm a little bit like, what do you have to say now? He talks to his mom. He's like talking.
Oh.
He's like opening up about all of it.
So that's interesting because there's so much drama with like his family, but it's normal. I feel like it's more like the men, like his dad's side. So I'm curious what the mom says. Yeah, I'll listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. 2 new listeners, Armie. Congrats. We're part of Armie Hammer's Army. # sign up Armie's Army.
Okay, that was incredible marketing, but don't you dare say that.
Armie's
Take it
nuts.
back. That is insanity.
Okay, poopy girl. Let's begin.
Yay.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
wait. Tell the peepees first of all how this came about.
We were out dinner the other night, and I don't know why, but we just started talking about our ex-boyfriends.
Shoot, I forget how it came up. We were talking about one of your ex-boyfriends, and I was like, wait, which one is it? Blah, blah. And I was like, I can't keep track of them because I feel like their names are similar. And then you started showing me pictures, and like all of your boyfriends look the same, but they also kind of just like look like you. Like they look like you could be related.
I don't get that.
They're tall white men with brown hair and like longer faces, and they almost all wear glasses. Like they look like you.
I don't think they look like me.
Okay, they do. I wish we could. I want to be like Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C.
I was going to say we absolutely could, but we can't put the boys on blast.
No, we can't.
Although they're all great. We can put them on blast.
I just feel like it's inappropriate to be sharing photos. And then like people will like talk about their looks. Like it's just inappropriate. Yes. But I wish I could put them all.
Yeah. Imagine
right on our whiteboard here.
Handsome people, because they look like me.
The most stunning one you've ever seen.
Do you think they're attractive?
They are very generic looking. I think they're
and you're saying it looks like me.
I'm
Mama's generic brand.
But
Mama's Kirkland.
But think about like a tall, slender brunette man, long face, glasses. Like that could be anyone. I just described so many people.
Had glasses, so I don't know why.
But in my head, they all do because then they all mesh together. Okay. And now I just see 3 of you. Okay. But yeah, they're cute.
Anyway,
the one is like. You showed me a picture of his like whole family, and he is like the stud of his family.
He's the what's it called? Like what's it called with like a horse? Is it the stud? You know when there's like
the black sheep of the family?
No,
that's like the oddball, right?
No. There's like something, whatever.
Runt?
No, he's the hottie of the family for sure.
Yeah.
He got the genes.
Yeah.
The rest are cute, like the rest of their family.
They're perfectly fine.
He was an outlier.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were like, how funny that we've dated men prior to this, and the shit that we did.
Yeah, it's so silly. And our experiences are very different because you were dating men into college and like had serious boyfriends. Mm-hmm. I only dated boys very, very young. Like I say boys because they were literally boys. I didn't date a guy.
Yeah, men sounds like.
They weren't. They just weren't at all. I mean, even probably none of the guys you dated. I'll say guys. They can upgrade from boys.
Guys. Fellers. Say fellers.
Some little fellers. But yeah, like my experiences, I barely remember. So yeah. And like, as we were talking at dinner, new memories were just getting unlocked and comparisons. And we were like, we have to talk about this on the podcast.
So then we just started asking PPs a bunch of questions to see if we could just make a whole epi out of it. Yeah. And of course we can. A fun fact I would like to share is that a 2021 study found that almost 40% of lesbians had long-term relationships with men before coming out, and many described them as feeling like something was missing.
Yeah. A vagina, that's what was missing.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah, it's
fucking balls, literally. Not like man ball.
Oh, what?
Figuratively.
Yeah, not literally. That made no sense. It's just so funny. I feel like even thinking back when my friends started getting boyfriends, and I did not know at all that I was gay. I had to know, like, now in hindsight, I'm like, there was a million signs, but I didn't have a hunch at the time of being queer and just being like, oh my God, I have to get a boyfriend. Like, that's just what you do. And I think there was some fear of if I didn't, it would out me, even though I didn't know that I was gay. Mm-hmm. I remember being like, no, I need to fall in line here, which was an odd feeling because I just
fall in line.
Yeah, it was just
sad,
like,
honey.
I was like, I don't want to be weird. I don't want to be different. It's such a scary feeling being a kid growing up. All you want to do is like be liked and not rock the boat.
Right.
Like that feeling of needing to fit in. And it's so weird because I remember parents and adults always being like, once you get to college, that won't matter. Or like there's all different types of people and you like find your niche groups and it's cooler to stand out. Mm-hmm. But that like, it felt so elusive and just something you say to kids to make them feel better. Mm-hmm. And it really is true. I'm like, why do you want to be like everyone else? That's so silly.
Did you hear? I was listening to a TikTok about that this morning or something where they're saying like it's so crazy that you spend your parents and like authority figures in your life are always telling you fit in, be like everyone else, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then when you hit adulthood, the name of the game is the opposite.
How can you
It's like out? You must stand out. You must do something different to like be able to be irreplaceable. I mean, that's like more like in work and culture and
it
whatever,
almost starts on like college applications.
Yeah.
I remember being like, well, you have to have different stuff to set you apart because if you're trying to go to a top school and everyone has these top grades, you have to be doing different things so that you stand out from that. And it's like, wait, I just spent my entire life trying to mold and conform.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to like break out of this box.
I do remember, back to boyfriends, that I had a moment. It's hard for me to know what was me realizing I would rather be with a woman versus me feeling the pull that like the Christian roots were too tight.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was making out with my ex-boyfriend on his couch. No one was home. It was getting steamy. It was getting hot. It was getting hot. And he was on top of me.
Oh my God.
I know. And he started getting hard.
Oh my God. X-rated. Jesus Christ.
Sorry. He started getting hard.
Shocking.
And
Sorry. Focus.
And he got up and was like, we've got to stop. And I was like, no, we don't.
Yeah, you're like, this is the
Is
point.
fun. I'm like, wait. We were
Yeah.
just getting started, it seems.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it's about, right?
But Jesus pulled him back.
And he was like, yeah, I just like, I can't. Like, we can't. And I remember him getting up and him walking out of the room, probably to go jack off or something. I don't know. And me sat there being like, this fucking sucks. Like,
yeah.
And now it's funny because, I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was me being like, this isn't enough
Yeah.
sexually or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it was me being like, why can't we just have sex? Like, we should do stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm a Christian is stupid. Because,
Yeah.
like, why are we letting
you're
this
like-
thing dictate what we clearly want or need?
I think it would be so much more confusing trying to come out and understand your sexuality if you're bisexual. Because for me, my lack of interest in boys
Yeah.
made me go, wait, what's wrong? And then being like, oh, but I do like women. And then it was just very clear for me. It was like, don't like boys. Yes, like girls. Time to deal with this.
Right.
Where I feel like it would have taken me so much longer to come out if I did like boys.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the driving force was like not just my desire for girls, but like my lack of desire for men. Totally. Was like the first push.
Yeah. You're like, there's definitely nothing here.
Yeah. And then you add in the ability to hide in
Plain
a
sight.
heteronormative world by being like, well, like I have the ability to like and be attracted to men. So
Right.
it's easier. I'll just stay here. And eventually it's like, I think that confusion and curiosity would like get to you and you would want to explore that, or you would meet a girl that you just like can't help yourself and want to be with.
Yeah.
But I just think it would have caused so much more turmoil.
Yeah.
Like you did like your boyfriends. Looking back, I'm like, I never liked them. Most boys are so bad at kissing that I'm like, that wasn't even fun. Like, of course, you're like a horny teenager, so that's like exciting.
Right.
The excitement factor of it was there, but it was never like, that was so enjoyable. I want to like kiss again or anything.
Yeah. I think I mean, the peepees know. I've never like fully been able to label myself as anything, but like I really did like them and love those
like,
guys.
I've fallen in love with
Like
the guy.
I like actually experienced love with those people.
Yeah, I never did. I never loved. Yeah.
I never loved a man.
I never loved a man.
I never loved a man besides my daddy and my brother.
And my dog.
And my dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that that's confusing. But it was so fun to hear. Basically, that's the conversation we had at dinner the other night. We were like, let's take it to the peepees. Let's talk. So we asked you guys a couple questions on our Instagram, which is @StayingUpPod. If you're not there, grow the fuck up and be there. First question. Today we're only going through, I think, 2. There's 3, but we'll see.
Okay.
We asked 5, sorry, but we're starting with 2. Describe your most hetero moment before coming out. You and I are both going to answer, and then Cam's going to read some.
Okay, I had a really hard time thinking of this, but as I was reading all of y'all's, a memory was jogged. I went to a family trip to Florida when I was younger, and the one guy I dated, he was like older, and we never even like broke up.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't ghosting. He went to a different school, and we kind of just like, I think like summer was over or summer started. I don't know. Something happened and it was kind of
Everything
like,
revolved around summer.
it was like, this is just done. Like that was like a phase. And then we kind of just like stopped talking. But I remember I was in Florida and I was sleeping on like a little cot in the room with my parents in my aunt's house. And I had my little like blue AirPod shuffle or whatever it was. And I remember putting on headphones and listening to Pretty Ricky and Mario like on repeat, 3 different songs, and crying so much. And I remember in the one Mario song, it's like, had to change my calendar today. That's marked July 15th. Because since there's no more you, there's no more anniversary. Do you remember that lyric?
No.
And I think that day, maybe I like romanticized in my head. I think that was our anniversary. And I was like crying.
Oh, honey.
And I remember like 3 days into the trip after I did this every night, I was like, do I care?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think the rejection is why I'm crying, in that like a phase of life is over.
That's fair.
And like I got to go find a new beard.
The heartbreak over a man really makes you feel like an idiot.
Well, I was crying and I'm like, it's not about him. Why am I crying?
Now, wait a minute. Something's not adding up.
Yeah, I was like, what am I thinking about in this moment? And I was like, oh. But it was like a rite of passage. So I'm glad he did it.
That's
But
totally
then I was
fair.
like, am I crying over a man? Disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
I have a lot of these for so many reasons.
You're like, I lived a straight life
I had
for a long
life,
time,
girls.
darling.
A couple Spitfire versions that come to mind is letting some kid I barely ass knew finger me on Pirates of the Caribbean.
And I did the same damn thing.
Oh, fuck.
But it wasn't Pirates of the Caribbean. It was some ride just like it, though, in Kennywood in Pittsburgh.
I remember.
And there's a picture of it.
We were kids. I mean, like we were teenagers or something. And I don't even know how I knew this kid. His grimy ass hands were
Mine
down
was at
my
least
pants.
my boyfriend.
I don't know. Like we were like
You're a
flirting
slut.
and stuff. You're a motherfucking slut. But the next time that you're on Pirates of the Caribbean, just know
Think of Taryn fondly.
that was probably the first
Getting
time I was
fondled.
touched by a guy like that. And I remember afterwards, I remember during it being like, this is disgusting. It's so moist in here. You know how
Ew.
it's like kind of
Yeah,
wet in the air?
Oh.
And then I was like, ew.
You're like, and I'm moist.
But then I was like, this is a vibe kind of. But also we're in broad fucking daylight.
Is it not
Like,
dark in there?
No, but I mean, we're on a ride with surveillance cameras.
Oh, yeah. Like somebody's watching these children. And
100%.
they're like, oh my God.
And it's this stupid ass kid with like this backwards hat like this. And then me probably like, which is crazy. That's probably one of my most hetero moments of my entire life.
That is insane. Thank
Read
you
us-
for sharing.
Yeah, I'll stop there.
Okay, so here are some of the PP's answers to the most heterosexual thing they ever did. I had a boyfriend at this chaotic church thing I had to go to weekly. He had a mustache.
Okay,
That's very straight of you.
very straight. Any man with a mustache.
I competed against my friends for who kissed more guys in one night.
It's tough.
Yeah, the like friend competition thing is so funny. I remember I had to like go in the woods of my friend's neighborhood
Not the
because
woods.
she wanted to like kiss this guy and he had a friend and she's like, you have to go. I was always like collateral damage because I didn't care. I was like, I'm not flirting with them. Like,
Yeah.
but I had to like take one for the team.
And you're like, ew.
I was a good friend. Damn it, Megan. Getting cheated on by a man and staying in the relationship.
That is so hetero of you.
Oh, listen, I think this crosses the borders of sexuality, though. You know what I mean? I feel like people have done that or at least gone back after being cheated on.
That's fair. There's also the like, you kind of stay because you're like, maybe I don't care that much. And then you're like, oh, why?
Yeah. Being Team Jacob when the Twilight series was huge.
Oh, 100%. But
Do
that's
you-
not hetero. I think that's gay.
Who's more hetero, to be Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean?
I don't
Because
know.
Jacob was like the buff, macho
But he was
werewolf.
really sensitive.
I know. I actually think that it was more hetero to be Team Edward.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like the straighter girls I knew were Team Edward.
Yeah. I remember people asking and being like, they're both toxic.
They're both toxic and gay.
Yeah. They should be together.
Wait a second.
This one's so blunt. Sucking dick, probably.
That's very straight.
So many of the answers were just like sleeping with men. I'm
Yeah.
like, touche. Incredible. I had 3 male fuck buddies in college that would stop by different times the same night.
Oh, mama, no.
Listen, you just want to get
The
your rocks off? Is that the term?
Your rocks off?
What is it called?
Is that a term?
Is it?
Knock your socks off?
Not rock.
You just want to get your rocks off? Rock salt? I don't know what you're saying, honey. You're freaking me out.
I forget the phrase.
Do you know like niche hetero terms that I don't know?
No, it's not about heterosexuality. It's just like get your rocks. I think that's it. I think it's get your rocks off. Anyways, marrying a man at 20.
That everything that you say, I keep saying, is the new straightest hetero thing ever. That is.
So I'm reading these and I'm like, that's gay. That's so gay of you. Like you're trying to hide. So you married at 20. Like everything I'm reading, I'm like, that's gay. That's somehow gay.
I hear that.
But that's just the lens I see the world through.
That's fair. You think everyone's gay.
Yeah. You might relate to this one. Went through a basic girl takes her Bible to school, wears a cardigan phase.
I love that. I love that for you.
Gay.
Good.
See, I'm like, I don't know. Being engaged to a man, wearing floral dresses, living in the South. This was all one person's submission. And I love that we are
What a
calling,
life.
if you live in the South, you're living a straight life.
That's a straight life.
Yeah, you're like, you're straight.
The floral dresses specifically, I love.
Yeah. And I would love a comparison of this person. Like the fact that they said wearing floral dresses was straight. Like I'd wear a floral dress today. Maybe not floral. Well, maybe. But I'd like to see a picture of them. Again, the whiteboard back here would be perfect of like before living in the South, the like cowgirl boots and a floral dress with her man, and then what she looks like now.
Now she's getting ridden by like a horse by another
her
woman.
lady. Jesus. I told my friends I had a crush on 23 boys at the same time.
That's not even anything. That's just a lot.
But did you, or did you just say it, or did you actually have the crush?
Maybe.
Like, again, I can't help, obviously, because I know the context that these people all like women now. But if I heard my friend be like, I have a crush on 23 boys, I'd be like, you're gay.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Wait till you hear
That's
my
a
answers
disguise.
or the PP answers to my questions. That's when people realized, and it's hysterical.
Oh, I love it. A guy left me alone on the curb to wait for an Uber after a one-night stand.
Disgusting.
That's
energy.
straight culture.
Yeah.
A woman would never.
A woman would fucking never.
And if she does, run.
Yeah.
Because that is toxic masculinity zipped up inside a female body.
Don't rock her rock salt.
Don't rock her rock salts. Jumped into a dumpster in 4th grade to get my crush's basketball.
Okay. Loving the commitment.
That is so
Why
sweet.
didn't he?
Yeah, what a... And now they're both gay.
He was like, I'm not going in there.
He's like, that's
She's all,
disgusting.
I got it.
Dives. Why am I picturing that now? She's like, what's it called? Whenever like a stunt man, and is like back handspringing it into it, whipping it out, making a basket.
Literally your
out.
guy from Survivor.
Oh my God, yeah. Saying love the sinner, hate the sin.
Oh, baby.
That's some straight.
That's some straight. That's like really pushing it down. I've been there.
Told my friends that I, quote, love dick too much to be gay. Now, any female friend who has ever said that to me, I'm questioning them.
I'm just like, can we be honest? Love dick. You said that to me last episode. You said something about you just love dick or something, and I was like, don't say that.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I meant it last week. I meant to say like you were boy crazy, but I made it very aggressive and said you love dick. Yeah. I do question. Why did we start whispering when we started?
Because it's
our neighbors might hear. They have to.
And we have dicks.
We have a reputation to uphold as
There's
the
dicks
lesbian
all around
couple
us at this moment.
All around us,
our neighbors. Wait,
I'm
honey,
scared.
Wait, I'm so scared. If you think about it, honey,
we're surrounded.
Wherever you are with men, there's dicks everywhere.
Oh my God.
I don't want to go anywhere.
I'm staying on Frank. You gotta go.
Frank, go.
Oh, he looks so cute right now.
Don't talk about him that way. He's different.
Oh, no.
He has a ween.
He doesn't count. He's fixed. It
He
doesn't
has
count.
a ween. That's different.
I don't like that.
There are
either.
weens and there are dicks, and around us are dicks.
Okay, I don't like it. Okay, there were lots and lots of answers about marrying men, having kids with men.
Yeah.
Someone said just missionary.
Cool. Yeah.
But one of my personal favorites is I used to listen to videos about how to be more appealing to men.
Oh, not the studying.
Yeah.
Don't be scholar on them, honey.
Okay, this is so gay to me. When people would ask my celebrity crush as a teen, I would say George Clooney. I feel like they just picked someone that they had heard their like mom say is hot.
Yeah, but that also is just like a lot of women, a lot of straight women just like
Silver Fox.
the most normal looking dude.
Yeah, but I
Like
feel like that was a
if she said
cop-out.
Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah,
that's
but
gay as fuck.
yeah, but this was like as a teen
Yeah.
a while ago. I'm like, I didn't even know who George Clooney was.
He was just on People magazine. She's like, hubba hubba.
I think she was just like, he'll do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Recorded a cover of the song Kiss Me for my boyfriend. We are both gay now.
That's really sweet.
I want to hear it. Will you send it to us? We won't even share it if you don't want to, but if you're up for it, I would
What if
love
it was like, kiss me?
It's like a
crazy
rock.
rock. Okay, can I read mine? Or are there any more goodies in there?
Wait, let me just look because, oh God. Oh, somebody just said their Pinterest board from 2014. I thought you could deeply relate to.
Oh my God, the weddings I would have had during my straight
Embarrassing.
people phase is embarrassing.
Oh, this person. Oh, did you write these in? Wrote a lot of dear future husband letters that I had to edit before giving them to my wife. So cute.
Oh,
Isn't that
she's
adorable?
kept them the same. I think that's okay. Do I think that's okay?
Well, I think because they're about you and what you want.
Right.
But you wrote like dear future husband.
But yeah, but mine, the contents of those letters
Yeah.
would have been like, I hope God is making you the manliest man to lead our family and shit
And
like
here
that.
I am, baby.
Look at that manly,
I killed the bugs.
godly man.
I fixed the toilet. I'm amazing. You got your
I got my manly.
your manly
I got
woman.
my husband in Christ.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe not in Christ, but accused a friend of being heterophobic.
Whoa.
That's so crazy.
I was thinking about the word homophobia the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, phobia is crazy. People that are homophobic, I'm like, you're a baby.
Like you're scared?
You're scared of me?
I'm your big bad. I'm big bad scary.
Woo, I love women. Woo. Like that freak you out? You freak?
You fucking
Isn't that weird?
I think that's why maybe some people are opposed to taking those labels on. Like, I was listening to something the other day, or maybe you were, I forget. But it was somebody who was so clearly transphobic, like deeply, was like, well, I just think that God doesn't make mistakes and that you're born in the right body, but I'm not transphobic. And I'm like, you literally are describing transphobia.
Right.
But you won't take it on because, like, I don't know, you're not scared. What?
I mean, okay.
It's like
let's play.
it should be a word rooted in hate.
Yeah,
more
there
than
needs
fear.
to not be phobia at the end because,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't say I'm like Nazi phobic.
Yeah, it's like I'm not scared of you.
I hate you.
I fucking hate
I'm
you. I
kinda
think you're
scared of you. Actually,
Yeah, I'm scared.
we're
Never
We're
mind.
Nazi phobic.
Okay, phobic words. Okay, that's an exception.
MAGA phobic.
Yeah, I'm scared.
MAGA-phobic.
Yeah, it's like, but I do think that there needs to be a term where phobia is the root of it being fear is like something that like they're also thinking like I can change. Like if I'm scared of spiders,
Yeah.
I can overcome that. I want to work on that. This person has so much hate in their heart and like unnecessary and there's no source for this hatred. I think we need a new word that puts the responsibility of it on that person.
I think so too.
Of like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, well, I'm just scared.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't like it.
All right.
I want a new word. I want.
Please tell us which words you would like.
What's
What
like
word?
what's the Latin word for like hatred?
I don't know, but we need a new word for homophobia. Please tell us what it should be. And it should be a word that homophobic people feel comfortable saying about themselves.
Odium.
Homophobium. Homophodium. Wait. Homodium. It ain't right.
Homodium.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
I'm a Homodian.
That sounds like a medicine.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, it also, NVIDIA, envy, jealousy, hatred, dislike. You are envious. Yeah. I think if you're homophobic, you're just jealous.
Okay.
NVIDIA.
Not NVIDIA. We have a lot of stock in NVIDIA, so we got to stop that.
I was like,
we're not calling people NVIDIA. Okay. More cues from the PPs, or more answers from the PPs. This question was, what is something that an ex-boyfriend did that actually made you gayer?
Oh my God.
And the responses
Everything?
to this are fucking hilarious.
Give it to me.
The most common answer was existed, which is fair.
Yeah.
Nudes.
That'll do it.
That'll fucking do it.
Just the idea that there's a dick there.
I'm telling you, we're surrounded. My high school boyfriend kept talking about his ex-girlfriend to make me jealous, but I was just more into her.
Obsessed. You're like, wait, tell me more.
These are multiple answers, but all in the kissing vein. He kissed me. He kissed with so much stubble and so much tongue.
Ew.
Always kiss in the most aggressive bro-man way.
Ew.
Like, I don't know, girl, slow down. You're huge. Love.
Oh my God. I, again, was taking one for the team for my friend.
Yeah.
And I was kissing a boy on a couch. And oh my God, he used so much tongue and spit. I literally had to turn and like spit his spit out.
Like dribble out.
I was like, do better. Grow up.
He took me to Fogo de Chao for Valentine's Day, and
that?
I was vegetarian. It's like a huge like meat place. That'll make you gay.
Yeah.
The next big this is gonna sound weird in a second, but the next big category is wieners.
Not your
Things
hand.
he did that made me feel gay. Poking me for sex with his hard dick while I was sleeping. Having to give blowjobs at all.
Ugh.
Them getting morning wood. He got a boner from hugging me in the morning. He sent me a dick pic on Snap mid-convo about my tough work week.
Why do I feel like that wasn't for them?
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, babe. I know what's going to cheer you up. Check your Snap, baby.
When I was sick...
Did he take it mid-convo?
I don't know, babe. We don't know these things. When I was sick, he told me he would dress up as a nurse and make me feel better. Throw up.
That's kind of sweet.
I know.
If you said that to me, I'd love that.
Yeah, that's cute. But him being a boy about
and
it
you're
is
gay,
like, and you're gay would freak you out.
Yeah. Oh no, I would hate that if it was guy. But I'm like, that's sweet.
He said his parents weren't friends with each other, so why would we be?
Oh my God, he hates women. Wait, can I say a note on that really quick? I had an epiphany that a lot of people use the notion of having gay friend, black friend, insert minority group here of why they can't be racist, homophobic, whatever it may be. There are so many men who are literally married to women and hate women.
Yeah.
Just because like somebody is in your life, a quote unquote loved one is near to you that is fitting in any of those categories doesn't mean you support that category of human.
100%.
Because most men who commit crimes on women are married to one. Isn't that crazy?
That's like the other day we were driving and we were like, which of our couples... Oh no, that was a different thing. No. Scratch that.
Okay.
That's when we were thinking about our friends having sex and being like, who doesn't gross us out? But that was fun.
That's so unrelated.
Next category, eating.
Oh,
Men
God.
eat fast.
Oh.
He had a triple cheeseburger in record time on the first date. Eats shit in 2 bites.
Oh, baby. This, no wonder I could never date a man.
Oh, no, babe. Let me go to the category of...
I'm so weird
I have
with
so
people
many
eating.
good ones.
I like the noises, chewing with your mouth open. Like, it irks me. Even like, I get weird when people like, about food too much. I could never be the man.
What about the category of terrible hygiene?
Oh my
He
God. I'm not cut out
literally
for
just
this.
smelled like a boy and it gave me such an ick.
Ugh.
Men's sweat, that smell, they're messy. They spit on the ground. Seeing their feet.
Why are they spitting on the ground? You ever see a guy like open a car door and just...
Gross.
Why?
Just seeing his feet, immediately revolting.
Boys' feet should never be seen.
Not changing his sheets. And
Ever?
then There's multiple.
No, I
Cleaning his room and found a black hot dog under his bed.
Oh my God.
4-in-1 body wash / shampoo.
No, that should not be a thing.
He texted me the lyrics from One Direction's Little Things about worrying about my height. This is the best category ever.
These are amazing.
He wanted to watch me kiss / dance with other girls. That backfired.
Yeah.
He played video games specifically with a headset. Oh. I told him for a week how all I wanted to do was watch the Paul versus Mayweather fight. He invited me over to watch it, but didn't have Netflix. It was only on Netflix. Oh my God,
no initiative.
No initiative. This is the category of weird sex things.
Oh God.
Said I love you for the first time while I was giving him a blowjob.
He didn't mean to say that.
He would be twisting.
She's our punk girl.
He would be twisting his hand back and forth while fingering me.
What the fuck is wrong with men?
He fingered his own butt. He asked me to use a strap and peg him.
Honestly, go for it.
He cried when I told him something he did during sex wasn't my preference.
Boo. Horrible.
I gave him a hand job and after 20 seconds said I'm gay and left the room.
That's so fair.
I tried to play with his nipples and he got mad at me because he had a fragile ego. Insane.
He didn't like it?
Get ready.
I'm scared.
He used my self-tanning lotion to jerk off and self-tanned his dick and got a UTI. That'll make you gay.
Oh, not just a tan dick.
He never ate pussy because he, quote, didn't know how and didn't want to learn.
Grow
fuck up. You're an idiot, actually, loser. Next, he wrote a fan fiction story about our first date. That would end me. I'd love if you did it. Hate if a boy did it.
Yeah.
This one's going to rock.
Good, because I did do
community.
Oh, no, what?
After sex, he looked at my naked body and said, your body has so much potential.
Oh?
That's disgusting.
Your body has so much potential? What the fuck do you say to that?
Babe.
I'd be like, and yours doesn't. Bye.
This is all one person's thing.
I have so many mean things to say to him.
Let it go. Feel it and move on.
I can't.
This is all one person's submission of things that a man did that made him gay.
It took more than that?
No, different.
Oh, this is okay. I was like,
cheating.
Yeah.
Tiny legs. Not regularly brushing teeth.
Ew.
Wanted to come on my stomach.
She's like, Exhibit A.
Literally.
Exhibit B.
She had that list waiting in her notes
Tiny
for today.
legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Wrote me poems and rap songs. It's giving creep on Love is Blind vibes.
At least he didn't rap them to you.
Instead of saying, I need to go to the bathroom, he would say, I need to go bathroom.
I need to go bathroom. I gotta go bathroom.
He invited me to his dorm to sing worship songs. Been there.
That's like two of the scariest things to me. If anyone tried to... No. Singing and it being a worship song. If anyone tried to sing to me or play an instrument, and I get it, some people are really good, but I get performance anxiety for people. Like, we both want to be such good participants.
Yeah.
That I just be like,
nice, baby.
Wow.
God loves that one.
Oh, no. God
He threatened to off himself because I was, quote, the only one who took care of him like his mom.
There's so much wrong.
He let me go through his phone. I found girl on girl porn in his history and sent myself the link.
She's like, nice.
This might be the craziest one that I've seen in this list.
Okay.
He wanted me to fondle him while he watched a Casey Neistat video.
Say it ain't so. Oh. He's like, yes, Casey, get that angle. Set up that tripod. Ride your scooter at it.
Oh, disgusting. Okay.
No.
I'm going to rattle a bunch. Farted while I was giving him a blowjob.
He can't help it.
He be an alcoholic and have 2 illegitimate children.
Oh.
Punched a hole through a wall during a fight.
No.
What the fuck is up with men punching walls?
Grow up.
It's literally
regulate your emotions.
You little hissy baby. Like,
and they're like, you gotta get the anger out. At
read
least
a
I didn't
book.
punch your face. Yeah, like,
grow up.
what is wrong with you?
Donate money. Read a book.
Do
Go for a walk.
something
Do
with
anything
yourself.
other than punch a
wall.
wall.
And they probably don't even know how to fix it.
And you know their hand hurts after.
Yeah.
And they're like...
And then they like can't do anything for a week because they're like, my hand hurts.
Being sick. Men who are sick give me such an ick.
Yeah.
Tell me not to curse or say bruh, as it's not ladylike. I said, don't tell me what to do, ho. Used military time to tell me when our dates were.
People who just use military time, who
know.
aren't like from a country who uses military time, who just do it for fun.
I'll pick you up at 19 o'clock. No, you fucking won't. No, you won't. You'll be outside my door and I won't answer. He yawned. He stretched. He breathed.
That'll do it.
Oh, boy. I accidentally bled on his sheets for my period and he offered, and I offered to bring them back to my house to clean them and he let me. My
No, he
wife
didn't.
immediately didn't care when it happened with us for the first time.
Obviously, we would like clean each other's mess
He's like,
up
yeah,
immediately.
sure, you can take it home.
Take it home is... He just wanted his sheets washed for the first time that semester.
This one's hilarious.
What?
While I was vomiting from the flu, he brought me Oreo balls. Where do you even get Oreo balls?
A well-intended dumbass.
Literally.
He's like, I got you a sweet treat to make you feel better.
Okay, this one I respect and do think that this could have been mine. He let me hold his willy while he peed just to see what it felt like to have one. I feel like I would have done that with one of my boyfriends.
For sure.
And just be like, can I just try the hose?
I'm just a little curious.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it in a sexual way.
I just want to know.
I want
I want to stand behind you and pretend that I am peeing. Or, oh my God, if you were like in the shower, you could do it and you could pee while you're holding it. So you could like really feel like you're...
Oh my God, an immersive experience.
Yeah, I would try that.
He called me a good girl. He told me how hot my now wife was. And I was like, oh my God, you're right.
I should marry her instead. Love that.
He was confused why he wanted to make out during movies when I wanted to watch what I paid for. Fair.
Yeah. Oh, I had a whole movie ruined for me because of a boyfriend.
What happened?
I just have still never seen Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Dude, everyone has that movie that they didn't get to see for some traumatic reason.
And I'm like, oh, now it's ruined. I can't watch it.
Sean never got to see Step Up 2. He got broken up with instead.
That's devastating.
We were all leaving to go to the movie and they stayed back.
We should have a friend movie night where we get to watch all the things that got ruined for us, whether
Yeah.
it was like breakup, gross boyfriend trying to kiss you the whole time,
A boyfriend dumping chicken parm in your purse when he's mad.
chicken parm.
That's so messy and crazy.
What a psycho. Why are they so crazy?
Okay, wait, I have a couple more and I'll go fast. He didn't know how to use a drill.
Grow up.
Grow up. You would. That's not you. You're good at a drill. My baby knows how to drill me. I'll tell you that. In an argument, he would always get his dad's take and come back and share what his dad thought. Loser.
God, guys need to work on their anger management and grow up.
He drew me a. He drew me a. He drew me a graffiti pic of the Eiffel Tower and wrote the lyrics to "Beautiful Soul" around it.
That's sweet.
He put his socks on and got off balance.
Ick.
Ew.
Stand up.
A boy being off balance is disgusting.
And in my head, he's naked and only had it was he's one of those people who like puts his socks on before everything else.
And he goes, and lastly, he had the audacity to have smaller thighs.
Rude.
Rude. Gross.
Rude.
We're gay now. How fucking dare you?
Oh, guys, thank you. Thank you for your services.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of the boys you dated so that we could have these insane stories.
100%. We're going to end this epi with a few things. I don't know if you want to read them or you want me to read them. But we also asked you, any feelings or things you want to say to your ex-boyfriend, things you never got to say that you wish you could say now that you are a lesbian woman.
Yeah, there was a lot. They kind of range from like fuck you to thank you. A lot of the sentiment was very sweet of I'm sorry you didn't make me gay, but help me realize, which I'm grateful for.
Cute.
There's a lot of people who feel bad that they either used their boyfriend as a beard or were unaware that they were queer and that's why they couldn't be emotional or sexual or whatever it may be. And like a lot of like me being gay has nothing to do with how you love me or what you did.
Right.
So I just think like that's a really sweet sentiment for anyone who has like been on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of kind of rough ones.
Yeah.
Wish I could erase all those memories.
Oh.
You're a little homophobic bitch. Stop talking to my brothers. We are divorced. And that's the one I'd like to end it on. That is so
Stop talking to my brothers.
funny.
Oh, are you gay for them? Freak.
That was incredible.
Guys, we have another episode coming soon with more things that you answered that we are very excited to share. But
Yeah, we love whenever you guys participate in the episodes. It makes it
thank
so
you
much more
so
fun
much
for us.
We miss you. We love you.
And we will see you next week.
And we'll see you when we see you. Don't go back to being straight. It's bad.
It's
apparently.
lesson learned. It's super scary.
Yeah.
Bye.